getting enough on to really help dawn it. But sometimes.
Then you probably can't refill them, right?
No. Correct.
One and done.
That would be tricky. So yeah, just as long as you're not going in dry, and you can use water-based. You know, occasionally some people ask about that, and that does work. It tends to leave a little bit of a residue inside that just requires a little more cleaning, like on the inside of the socket.
Now for cleaning, you said we want to use just like soap and water for the.
Yeah, you know, mild dish soap and water on a paper towel can be a good degreaser, I guess they say. Also, any kind of cleaning wipe, honestly, except for like a baby wipe.
Okay.
If you use a baby wipe a lot, it has like Vaseline in it, which I guess really starts to break. Well, I've heard that baby wipes, that's the big kind of red flag, because they have enough in them to really break down the silicone.
Because you
over time.
You use wet wipes all the time.
But I wouldn't.
Not a baby, not like
I use baby wipes.
like a
but
Pampers
not-
brand or like a.
I use them, but not with
Okay.
my left hand.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
you're
you know,
not to pull it out then with your left hand.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
they'll wash though.
I think the main thing is just internal and inside the socket. So the silicone sleeves, if you're grabbing that stuff, it's not the end of the world. It's more if you're cleaning the inside of the socket
Okay.
with it,
Okay.
then it's just starting to dry it out. It becomes almost like a dry, brittle rubber band over time. So if people wear some skincare products that they don't really wash off before putting the device on, a lot of times those have a petroleum jelly,
So petroleum jelly
variant
is not
in
your
them.
friend.
Not
No.
really. In the case of silicone, they've just found that it sometimes can.
It'll
Okay.
make silicone turn gummy, right?
Possibly also that the
Oh.
pictures in the examples I've seen, it's almost like it's like a cracking broccoli rubber band where you're just like, oh, that's not good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just thin in and out.
So we've got the live chat, the live stream going.
Oh, you fixed it?
We're back. Yeah.
I thought it might take a while.
I just restarted the whole thing. So now it actually says live from Össur. So we're back. So it's after lunch. We've got the hand,
We were just
There
learning
you
about how to
We're-
keep it manicured.
learning how to keep it manicured. Do we want to kind of like to show other people? Put the box here and you can kind of go through what's in it? Do you mind?
No, not at all.
I'll put the mic on me.
Do you have the mic back? Or does she have it?
She, no, I have it back. It's in here. So who's here? No, I don't know how to say that name. Malek, how are you? We are having a good day. I just got my new hand here. So this is, what is this hand actually called?
The iDigits Access.
This is the iDigits Access by Össur, but it's also Touch Bionics, which is owned by Össur, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's
So we're here
original.
at the Össur Academy in Dublin, Ohio. We've been here since Monday, learning how to use the hand using this test socket. And then, now you've got me totally out of the picture.
Well, I couldn't see your hand before.
You got using the test socket, learning how to use it for 2 days. We spent yesterday having it built. Now here we are on Thursday, needing to know what's in this box that you're giving me. What am I taking home here?
Yeah, so very robust box, air pressure lock on it, like a Pelican case. So if you do fly with it, you can lock in the ground air pressure once you've latched it closed. It's just a safe way to store the device. The best way to store the device in fully closed digits, palm down position, nice and compact, protecting the digits from any jostling that might go on. I guess if you lock in the air pressure in here too, you can make it watertight, float on water too.
Mm-hmm.
We had a commercial fisherman patient a few years ago who, said they use these, and you sometimes see them floating around.
Yep.
But yeah, as you said, the basis for any iDigit system to work is a well-fitting silicone socket. You can see some markings on this one possibly in the camera, and that's just where we found myocytes, or good EMG signals from certain muscles in his hand that would be strong enough to control or just power digits open or close. Strong enough signals for the processor within the hand.
So what
system
was the
to
process
do that.
that you guys had to use to know how to make this fit my hand?
Yeah,
There was something you guys had to do.
Yeah, so actually something that your prosthetist did back home. So we sent him a silicone impression kit, so to speak. So he basically had, he draped silicone, impression silicone on your hand, fully covering your hand. And then that
Yes.
cures up and is very tolerant of any sort of wear and tear it might receive during the shipment process. That was shipped to us. And then our guys here filled that with plaster. And then that plaster was what they pulled this silicone over here to create this first socket. They integrated the anchor points, the zipper in here, so you could get it on, and then they could anchor this harder frame over top of it. And then you might see the mounting plate epoxy to the end of this frame. That's where your digits went. These same digits went on Monday, Tuesday this week for these test prostheses. And so
this was the actual one that I wore like on Monday and Tuesday, right?
yeah, this one I think specifically was Tuesday.
Tuesday. So
With as you can tell, a form-fitting frame over the top of that socket that's anchored to it, or was not anchored right now. And then you might see little holes where the electrodes were embedded in there.
yeah,
and,
so the holes so you can see them.
and so those electrodes.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
hold it funny, so
No,
I'm firing both sets of muscle control here, which isn't helping.
That's okay. You're still maintaining grasp. It's good adjustment. As you learn to the motor plan, I guess, or control your digits a new kind of way. And so, you go to hold open. Yeah, that happens too.
So it went into hold open.
Yeah, so just hold open to get out. 2-second open. So your digits that you're wearing now were on here, and so were the electrodes. They were in here. They're both wired up into the wristband you're wearing now, which has the printed circuit board, the batteries, and then the inputs for those electrodes and digits. And so you were controlling the digits as you were now, just with the system that didn't fit you quite as well, and had a lot of humps and bumps and marks on it. But it was the basis for making this fit that you have now the best possible fit.
Okay, so now I don't know who we've got watching in here right now, but I can make my fingers go open and close. And the way I do that is, like, if I want to open them, I pull my pinky out, what was left of my pinky, and it opens them. And then if I want to close them, if I want to close them slowly, I can move my first finger like that just a little bit, and they close slowly. Or if I want to close them fast, I can do a scissors between my index finger and my middle finger. So, like,
And
now,
that's all due to your kind of hard work and
yeah, I just figured it out by
Yeah.
kind of mistake that I could do that. So now I can, grab something. And I'm realizing that even though it's really cool to pick something up with the grasp between the tip of my finger and my thumb, that actually a lot of the times the best grasp is to do that.
yeah, side pinch.
And
Absolutely.
It allows you to really get a lot of strength that way. Where it's cool to go, I can do, I can pick up this little teeny tiny thing with my finger.
It
But-
gives you the versatility, and you have the wrist flexibility and obviously the ability to control your signals, to give yourself some options depending on what you're trying to do and what you're trying to hold.
Have you told people about this tip?
Oh yeah, so there's a tip. If I can use like Hope's or Michelle's phone, we can show it.
Oopsie. No.
Um, can you just open it to something that's okay to show?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Or Hope's,
Okay, Hope's got
Hope's
it.
was open.
Oh, did I click it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is on Hope's phone, I'm going to look up YouTube. And actually what I'm going to do is hold my pinky out to the point that it closes those. Because if you do it for more than 2 seconds, it goes to that memory.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I can use the tip of the finger as a typing device.
You gotta get the angle just right.
Yeah, I can
Point
get
your
that.
finger out a little bit further.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, it's more like this.
That's what I said. Yeah, point your finger out.
a little more.
Oh, well, I'm hitting Siri suggestions instead of search.
Oh.
Okay, so now I'm going to type in YouTube. And I'm going to make sure that Hope is giving us watch hours here on the YouTube channel. And it says that I'm live. So now you can see I'm live, and we're live in multiple times. So I can make my finger close, and then it does it on the video a few seconds later. Has it done it?
No.
No,
You're
you're
delayed.
still typing.
So anyway, so that does have that pad on there to work with the
Show them
capacitive
the
touch.
You know.
Yeah, you can show them the pad.
Yeah, they don't know what you're talking about.
So it's got a
This-
pad.
this-
Maybe
little
turn your
tip.
hand the other way.
So
That's
it's
hard
got
to
a
do.
touch tip, so he can use the phone. If he doesn't want to have to use the little sock that we showed before, he can just use it as is.
I kept seeing it, thinking it was something else.
So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to join the chat. Oh, I can't join the chat.
Yeah, I don't have a channel.
Oh, Hope doesn't have a channel, so I can't join the chat. So let's, I guess also this is a new live stream so people can kind of see here in the background. On the screen, you can see the blue signal is the close signal. I just did that one by just moving the tip of what's left of my index finger. And if I wanted to open it, I would kind of make a scissor with my pinky, and you can see the red signal is the signal to open. And I held it for more than 2 seconds, and it opened up the entire hand. So now there's that memory that if I hold it to the open signal for more than 2 seconds, it gives me that index finger point. And now when I close and open, only the index finger is going to move, which is kind of cool.
And there's a bunch of those.
And
triggers
yeah,
you
there
can
are other
try.
ones you can set in the app. So I'll show, like, now I'm going to squeeze my first 2 fingers together like scissors, and it makes a much bigger blue.
Nice.
So it opens and closes faster. Again, after 2 seconds, it will open up like that. And now I'm going to squeeze them like a scissors. You see. But also, there's a kind of a cool thing that I can feel. I can't really hear it, but when I close all the way, I don't know if you guys can hear that buzz, 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 buzz. That lets me know that the fingers are as far closed as they could be. And they stay locked that way. So if anybody has any questions about this, you can ask questions. This is a brand new hand that I just got, started learning about it on Monday. And here we are on Thursday with the delivered hand. We'll learn how to use it a little bit more today and some tomorrow, and then start driving home tomorrow afternoon. So what else is in this box here? You've got the charger, and it works with 120 and 240 volts.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 24 volt output that comes here. I was thinking that maybe we could use some of our 12-volt solar systems to charge
Ah, I
it, but
see. Yeah.
He was sad.
we are working on a 24-volt system, so I'd be able to just
Cool.
plug that straight into our solar power system and keep my hand charged after a hurricane or disaster or something,
Hmm.
which would be important.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm sure you have other people in Florida who have these hands and power goes out. You know, when some old lady hits a telephone pole, it goes out for an hour or so, or also we have hurricanes where it can go out for 2-3 weeks. So it would be nice to be able to charge it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a
Good point.
Pelican case.
Yes.
Cool.
Now,
Next
is the hand
Explorer
supposed
case.
to be stored in there, or is it supposed to be just kind of stored on your body?
I would say, I mean, if you're not wearing it and you're traveling, try to put it in here. 'Cause
Okay.
it's
So you would put it
robust.
in upside down?
I'd actually right side up.
That
Yeah,
way.
I'd put it, yep, palm down,
Okay.
fully closed.
Okay.
More compact and it's,
Mhm.
you know, they're quite strong through any sort of contact that
Cool.
you get.
So what are some other things that we were going to try? I hope you got some games that we can try playing.
You heard me crash.
Yeah, we heard Hope crash the game, so we can take this box and put it.
How
They're
hard it
tough to
must be.
set up too. Yeah, so that one,
Well, you gotta get them up first.
yeah, using the box cover as a guide can help.
Okay.
Oh, as a guide, I
So,
was gonna
yeah.
use it to put these in
Sorry.
so they don't roll off.
Well, I mean, you could do that too. I just mean on how to build it because there's different
Yep.
lengths on the different blocks.
Okay, so I have to make a tree.
Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Stack the birds. Don't let
Are
them
they-
fall. It's sort of like
They're
so you
not
build
in
the
the-
tree first, and then you stack the birds on them. So kind of like Jenga, where each level is perpendicular
Alright,
to the
so-
next level.
Let's see.
You kind of stack
Try
them that way.
tilt down a little bit and see what we can see here. All right. Pick this up.
You probably want to stack it away from your stuff so you don't knock it down when you pick stuff up.
It's not as easy to
Nice.
do as you say.
Well, I never said it was easy. That's the point.
You don't want to have to reach around it with it, is what she's saying.
Maybe if I get it up on its edge.
Would it not be easier to use just the pointer hole?
I don't know. Trying to see if I can learn how to do these fine movements here. So now I got to put this one on at a 90 degree. And try picking it up like that.
Child's game or Olympic sport?
How do you shot there?
Move back to this front.
Or we just move this?
Did you move it?
No, I said
No,
or
you
we
did.
could.
You did it.
There it's there. Problem is trying to figure out how to hold it and move my hand at the same time.
Without
So
firing.
Well, there's a different way to do that. That's actually really good. How about, remember that lateral grip where we have a stationary index position that you can actively
yeah, but I
control
want to
against?
try to do it with
Fair
the.
enough.
This is I'm trying to get that fine.
Hmm.
Oh. Relax. There. So these go next. Oops. Now this is the thing where I'm not going to give up until it's done. So this is all learning. Oh, I could go into the single finger
Yeah, sure could.
by holding my hands out like that.
Good job.
I told you.
Then
that.
you're not focused on other digits moving. Be a distraction. Oh, look at the spin. Nice.
I thought you were telling me to do it with the grabbing it with my thumb.
Well, you can do that too, against the stationary index. Honestly, yeah, letting go and kind of placing is tough, even with Jenga, where you have bigger blocks.
Yes, it's really tough to let go.
But you did it. You persisted. That's the most important thing, I think.
Whoops. You laughing at me? No, she's eating my Doritos. Yesterday I ate Hope's
You left them
cookies.
out. I got to go clean the plate after.
Oops. Okay. We need super glue.
It would get on your fingers.
I told the girl in the other room that if you lick that end, it won't electrocute you. He already found out.
Oh, from the
And
food?
lick your Doritos.
Yep.
He didn't even ask if it was okay to lick it. He was like, lick, lick.
Well,
Tastes like silicone.
okay.
Actually, does it sort of taste like silicone, or is it just kind of?
It didn't
No
really have
flavor.
a flavor at all.
Well, that's good.
Okay.
I wonder if you ask the guys that made it if they know. Have they tried to lick it?
I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if one of them had.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out how to release and hold in that.
You know, the silicone is your best friend a lot of times functionally, as far as grabbing onto something. Sometimes when you try to release something, it still grabs a hold of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're trying to move your thumb away from a hold, and the index digit sleeve is still along for the ride, and it might become a little tricky to precisely let go of something. That could be what's going on. Well, another way to attack this too is kind of the last steps first. So we build the crisscross tower, and then think about just placing the birds on there.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing what that's like, because you're still working on a hold and release with that. It's just not kind of an ungainly
Yeah.
stick. It's more of like a solid, in this case, a little bird shape. So we could try it that way too.
My thing is I, for some reason, I don't want to stop firing my grab. That could be that the, what do you call it? The electrodes are.
Well, you know, part of it could be what kind of motion are you purposefully doing to get that index to close in that case? Is it more of an index only?
I'm not
like
sure.
where you're just moving your index, or it's
I'm not sure
definitely
what
the
I'm doing
scissors,
because
right?
it's kind of a complex move. Once I get it picked up,
Mm-hmm.
as you can see, it wants to keep going.
Well, you know, sometimes too, since your thumb is located fairly close to that closed electrode sensor,
Is
certain
the
thumb movements
thumb-
might send a little bit of
Okay,
a
so
signal
the
as well.
thumb is trying to send. Okay. All right, so let's do it this way then.
Yeah, you know, that way, or a kind of a modified version of that, which is the kind of the mostly closed index that's stationary, that you were tip pinching against. That's more of a lateral pinch or from the side, which works too. But sometimes it's easier to kind of grab something from a level surface with more of a tip-to-tip pinch. So if you're okay with it, here in a sec, I'm just going to put you in that
Okay,
kind
let's
of
try that.
modified tip pinch stationary position, and then then you're not worried about motion of the index, and it's more just kind of the grabbing and releasing of that. There you go.
See, Kevin can control his hand right now.
Yeah, all I did was
Matrix
I
on.
clicked on, you know, we customized a position for his index, a stationary
Which
position.
I can do with my phone, but we're using my
Yeah.
phone for the live stream.
All we did was we entered that quote unquote grip by clicking on a picture in the app, and then he is now not really worried about anything moving except for his thumb. Kind of how to pinch against the index with his thumb. What we could do too, if we want the extra mile, is put like a pad of Dyson or something non-slip underneath the bottom block, just so it wouldn't go spinning on you, potentially. How even without that though, you're still getting it done.
Sort of.
No, it's tricky. There's no doubt about
It's
it. It's
very
tricky to build
tricky.
it.
I think
So-
that would be hard to build with fingers.
Yeah, no, it's not easy. That's for sure. The part I'm interested in is if we build it on this, the bird stacking, because I think that might be a little easier, but not too easy. It's still good practice for you.
Oh, you mean go ahead and build it for me and then I stack birds, or?
Well,
Yeah.
and as I say that, you're starting to build the stack again. So we could certainly have you.
I'll try
Yeah,
letting go
this
of
is
it
looking good. It's
away
not easy, like
from
you
the
said.
center.
Well, why don't we build it
They're
for
all
you?
falling this
Yeah.
way. Do you need to have it more balanced to the other side?
Maybe.
I will say, Jim, I haven't had anybody try to build. I've only had them, you know, place the birds or remove the birds. So, you know, you get full marks for.
Oops, I just
Yeah,
left
even
the hand
attempting
open. I just left the hand open. It went into another move. Okay, so birds.
Why do they suddenly appear?
Well, the hand's open because I was holding it to the open section for.
No, wait, do the white one. It's a seagull.
We know what we could do too is we build the stack on top of here. That was well done. Well done. And then we have you manipulate
on the
birds
branches.
on the branches of this. It's hard for me to do it. and
That makes me
I
feel
wonder.
so
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I wouldn't beat yourself up
He's
at all.
going
This
faster,
is-
but
Yeah, I need to really
But
kind
there's
of
the-
eyeball this myself.
on the screen here is the different hand things he can control from his phone or an app.
Yeah, exactly.
From the app.
Good point. You can click
can
on a
see that-
picture
you can
and
see
go
that in the
into.
background.
Don't fall on me now. Don't do it. All right. So yeah, just more. And now, you know, that's not obviously a perfectly built tower, so there might be more ideal spots, you know, to place the birds versus others.
Try it this way.
Your hand sounds like a squirrel yelling.
Yes, it does. It sounds
The-
like an angry squirrel.
Do you get angry squirrels up here?
Nice. There you go. Good job, Jim. I'm gonna try not to touch the table at
Uh-huh.
all.
It's like, no, but it's
Yeah.
right.
Did we get a lot of what? Oh, you guys?
His hand when
Yeah.
it clenches down slowly, it sounds
Yeah.
like a squirrel yelling. Do you get angry squirrels up here?
You could
I think we do. We have plenty of squirrels. I hear a lot of frogs where I live, or toads. You know, he actually has really good slow control, like kind of his slower speed close and open, and it does manifest in that kind of sound.
Mm-hmm.
There's never a perfectly level, like if we look at the ground, there's never a perfectly level kind of
Yeah.
low blue signal. It's always a little bit of up and down, for lack of a better term, which sounds like an angry squirrel, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
If we ever do see kind of a level signal, I would wonder if there was an electrode problem.
Okay.
Either a problem
So
with
you
the
don't really
electrode
want that.
hardware or the contact of the electrode against the skin because of a looser socket fit in that part of the socket. So the way that he's operating this and the signals he's getting, I mean, are exactly what we want to see.
Barb doesn't have any of these at physical balance and therapy centers.
A little off the screen. Are you working?
And this is just kind of a spitballing idea game. It's like, hey, I wonder if people would like this. It's not because we saw it in any other clinic or anything like that.
Oh,
Nice job, man. It's not easy.
You gotta get to this side.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
Physical
gave you
balance.
enough room. I don't know if I. Well,
no,
actually,
you didn't. You didn't give me enough room. I'm having to move
He's
stuff
fine.
Oh, he
around.
created room.
He's
Yeah,
got
that
it.
little pivot of the. Yeah, nice job.
They say that if you aren't angry at your PT or OT at the end of the day, they're not doing their job. So you're trying.
I apologize if this is really abstract, but I do appreciate you kind of like sticking to it. Yeah.
No, that's
What I really want to see is a competition.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Yeah, the way that you competed with our other patient
Because
earlier.
that's
I think-
what we really were.
Yeah.
I think we
absolutely.
just made that into a team effort more than anything.
Okay, well that's cool too.
I mean, we both failed at the same time. So problem is
Oh, the angle.
the
Yeah.
angle.
True.
You used all your
So
easy
can we?
Probably, if you carefully do it. Nice. Very well done. Oh wow.
There's a good branch over there to use too.
There are several.
Looks like a pretty level table. Just
We
how
got them all
helpful
on
it
this
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, that's gonna fall.
You need to go on the other side.
Don't bang the table.
Try not to.
He's good.
I keep spinning.
He is spinning.
Yeah, like further clockwise.
The bird's spinning.
Oh, but it stayed on.
Okay, get him in here.
Yeah, careful with the open. Nice.
You got two more.
Ah,
Now, no, he
good
has to
practice.
pick it
Good
up.
practice. Sorry. I knew you were gonna say that.
I'll go get it. I feel like Kingston by doing that. Little boy at physical therapy.
You don't
was,
have to stack the bird.
he
The
was-
bird doesn't exist.
He would like get your phone and then swipe up on it and then tell you to look at your phone and then it would open with your face.
Hmm.
Little 5-year-old kid, 8-year-old kid. He figured that out. All right, so I don't think we'll use the video to show this, but I'm gonna go over here and pick. Oh, am I gonna pick it up? I don't know if I can reach the floor.
It's pretty low down
We're
there.
not gonna show it?
No. The problem is I can't get to the floor.
I'll move him
Oh.
closer.
It works opposite.
My joystick doesn't work on my. It says to center the joystick, but I don't know what that means.
Cause you're live.
Yeah. So where'd it go? Okay, it still works. Now it works.
Your thumb gotta reach.
Not sure if I can see it though.
Oh, that works.
Got it.
Nice.
I got it
Oh,
without
hey,
my
that-
thumb.
That does work. That's, yeah, unique.
My thumb wasn't going to reach the floor, was what was going on. So,
It's a very novel way to pinch.
try taking it this way. Yes.
I thought you were gonna
Look
miss
at
that.
that.
I
They're
was
pretty,
like,
they're pretty unbalanced on this side.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It worked out. He got them
Mhm.
all.
I don't know how we
not
did it.
fall.
Wow.
Very nicely done.
With nobody watching.
We were watching.
There's like 7 people watching.
Yeah, outlast.
So we got it.
Watch.
So now the question is, can I disassemble?
Oh,
You don't want to show her your lovely tree? Give her something to shoot
He
for?
didn't make all the things though. He didn't put it all together. He
No,
just
but
did
he
the birds.
stacked them. Well,
See, we're seeing the back of the hand from this side
Well,
of the video.
it's a left hand, and that's the way the table's set up. So
you could put it on the other side of the table.
Mm-hmm.
I could.
Yeah, get out of your way. Come on.
You guys want to pick it up and do that? You can. I think you can. I think you can even. There you go. Now you can use that wave hope.
Oh.
Now you can turn it and look and see what
See
you're
what
doing.
we're doing?
Yep. You can even unplug it if you want. Okay.
But he could run it.
Oh,
Oops.
yeah.
Here, hope you switch. You sit there.
Wait. You don't want to see?
Oh,
That works?
now you gotta clean up your toys. Is it in the shot?
It's in the shop.
Well, that's not where they belong.
I don't know where they belong.
Rapid disassembly.
A RUD,
Mm-hmm.
rapid unscheduled disassembly.
Nice. I was like, is it fun? Manual?
Whoops.
Oh, okay. Just change the orientation.
Holding up.
Well done. I mean, you, full marks for stick-to-itiveness.
I think
That's
they're
why we
out
have
of order.
daughters.
That's okay. No.
Cool.
So now, what else can we play?
Well,
Well,
there's-
did you have any other work tasks with the kits that you brought? Anything you didn't try that you wanted to? 'Cause that could work too. I mean, because I will say the other games I had in mind are similar to this, maybe easier. So if you can do what you just did.
I mean, the possibility,
Game-wise.
Michelle, we could take a rear panel and a UHF connector and the 2 3/4 inch sockets. That would work.
Oh, and did you need the small flat head again, or are you good with that?
No, I'm not going to use it. Those
Okay.
those connectors are like $1 a piece, so I'm going to be judicious with the use of those.
Okay. Yeah. Dang, those are big.
Mm-hmm. Not big enough.
Okay, so here's. Did we already open this?
I opened it.
You open it? Okay. So we use these RF connectors on our panels. Is there a lot of blue in there right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what? That's not hurting anything. Maintain that fully closed position. That's all that's doing.
So we go in here, like that. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to hold that in.
Hold it in with your right, maybe?
Yeah, is there if there's something more fine motor, if you divide that
Well,
task.
the fine motor is going to be what I'm doing on the other side of it.
Oh, I see.
So I was trying to figure out how would I hold it in the panel
Yeah.
to be able to get the stuff onto.
Okay.
The
So
back
right now
of
you're
it.
basically stabilizing it.
Yeah, I'm
with the lens.
stabilizing it.
Okay.
Is it going? I want to go.
I can't tell if we can see it.
Yeah.
Looks like they can. Yeah.
Maybe we could get it to go on with. Nope.
Did you put it in the trigger on purpose?
Huh?
Did you use the trigger on purpose?
I made
Got it into the pinch grip.
Yeah.
You looking to put
Oops.
back pressure on there?
Yeah, I'm trying to hold the component.
Oh, did it fall?
Oops. The washer
How about
fell.
it? Is that everything?
There's a washer. Big
There's
red
one more washer somewhere.
I didn't.
I don't see that
It might have fallen in my lap or something.
in your lap.
I don't know. I can back out and see.
Don't know. I don't see it.
There it is. It's stuck on the
Oh,
wheelchair.
oh, because your chair's magnetic.
It is?
Yeah,
Nice.
it was sticking there.
Okay, so I'm going to
That's
see if
useful.
going from the back of the panel would help me to hold it in there.
Well, but you could set it on the table.
Yeah.
If you're worried about scratching it or something, set it on top of this.
Yeah, I
Like
could
if
do
you
that.
just push it, but you also don't have a washer on it.
There was a washer on it.
Not anymore.
Okay. Let's put the washer on it.
It's your job. You can use this one more.
That might be end of the table territory.
Yeah, put your finger, sorry. Put your finger in the center and drag it over. See if you can pinch it. No, if you
But
can free it onto
But
your
honestly,
finger.
that's something that I
But
would
it's
be
fine motor
I would
control.
be wasting time doing that on a day-to-day basis. So
Not if you got really good at it.
maybe.
You should be practicing. It's fine motor control. You might want it for something else, even
Yeah.
if not this.
I do hear what you're saying though, Jim, if your right hand's free.
And I'm right-handed,
Yeah. No, it's
so I've always done my fine work with my right hand. And what I'm thinking that this hand will allow me to do is to
that part right there.
This
Holding
part.
yeah. I agree. I think that's how you had practiced earlier this week, as far as just simulating it.
yeah. So
And it's, do you have to twist actively with the left or more just with the right?
I can
Mostly
hold
the
with the
right.
I can hold with the left. Now,
Okay, yeah.
what's going on here
Can you
is,
flip it the other way? Because typically I don't want to have the one twisting be the front in case you
that's
might
true.
scratch it.
We try not, so
Yeah, so
I'm
keep
gonna
it
have to,
stationary one
off
on
the
the front.
logo part.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to,
Smart.
Oh, I just saw you have that. So our problem is these tools aren't deep enough. You have to get it perfectly centered, otherwise one end it won't fit in there towards the washer. 'Cause the washer's so thin. Well, not the washer, the nut.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So it's very, very little tolerance.
we are going to start having these panels machined instead of doing them on a drill press. And we'll be able to go to a double D connector that has two flat sides, and it will hold it in there, and we'll only have to put a nut on one side instead of both sides, and that'll make things a lot easier. This is the wrong nut or something. The wrong driver. It's supposed to be a 3/4, but it's not fitting.
Then I think you just don't have it in there straight. Or not straight, but it has to be centered. Unless I just grabbed the wrong one.
You grabbed the, I think we need to be using the 20, like the 27 millimeter ones or something.
I may have
22.
just grabbed the wrong
Yeah,
one.
one of them.
Hope grabbed the wrong tool.
Well, you said grab the big one. I grabbed the big one. You got to put your tools away in order for me to find them.
Okay.
That's
So,
the gist of it. I mean, you got all the way to the
Yeah.
last
Mhm.
steps.
the gist is,
Everything
Yeah.
you need to be able to do from the motor, small motor work,
I-
and
I think some of these tools we're gonna need to increase the girth on them.
Oh,
Because
that one
it's
I can
spinning.
see. I can see
Is it-
that twisting. a
Yeah,
little bit,
it's
yeah.
twisting.
Yeah. Yeah, and then all you gotta do, maybe just a little Coban wrap. Sometimes like electrical
Well, that's starting to
tape.
tear. That's starting to want to tear up and break the finger.
Oh.
That's already broken the finger.
Oh, okay, you're talking about the sleeve.
Yeah, so,
Sometimes, maybe that Coban or whatever just minimizes how abrasive that action is, the shearing force, if you will, against
maybe,
the sleeve. What we'll do is before you leave, we'll replace what we need to replace.
okay.
And not before. But we do also have like a silicone adhesive, Silopoxy it's called. It's like a patch kit that you can kind of mend little nicks and tears that develop in the sleeve. It's just a little vial with a plunger and then
Okay.
the small little applicator attachment to the plunger. So if you're interested, I can go grab that. Just put that in your kit.
That might be a good idea.
Let me ask this, are there certain tape that you would put on tools that work better than others? Something with cushion or not
I
cushion?
think for that, you just the Coban with, and I can get a bunch
What
of
else
those.
can
I'll
we do,
bring them
Hope?
in. It's what's used for bandages.
Fine motor stuff.
Self-adhesive. It's got
Why don't we
like a
stack
grid
those?
pattern, and it's got a lot of cush to
Yeah, we
it.
could do that.
That seems to work for people really well
So we need
because
the,
it minimizes how abrasive
Oops.
the action is. And it
You
really
can't
builds
see
up
it.
the grip a lot.
I dropped
You know, electrical tape might still add some shearing forces
There's some
to
tape
it.
that had cushion
yeah, pick it up.
Okay.
to it.
Yeah, sometimes there's
I
like
didn't know
a
if that was
foam
a bad
roll.
thing.
Sometimes like a foam roll. Either foam that is like in tube form that you cut down to size, or a flat square of foam that has adhesive backing that you can
Was that a
wrap
bad
around
idea?
something. I prefer the Coban, honestly.
Okay,
So let me go get some of
Alright.
that. And the Coban, different width.
I never knew the name of it.
Yeah, just usually like the flesh tony looking
Yeah, I don't
color
seem to
to
be
it. I'll be right back.
able to pick these up.
Sorry. What about slightly bigger one?
If there was like a little fingernail on the index finger,
you
Yeah.
need this.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can pick these up,
Mhm.
but these are what I would normally pick up with the needle nose pliers
So that's
anyway.
right. This is like the 2-inch.
Where's those needle nose
And
pliers?
so,
Are they
you know,
gone?
Yeah,
don't
I
have-
think so.
Pliers, he had pliers over there.
oh yeah, the needle nose. Actually, we're right on the table. I'll see if I can find them. We might
I didn't put them with our clothes, did I?
Oh, that's okay.
There.
Yeah, there's no way I'm picking that up. The fingertip leaves the,
Yeah, I put them on the table. That's
leaves the table. What are you doing?
Did somebody
Handing
give
it to
him
you.
that?
yeah.
The fingertip leaves the table
I left him.
Before you can
before
reach, 'cause it's
it
hard.
touches.
So it's doing this, you're saying?
Yeah.
It's also got the touchpad.
Yeah. This is really not something I would do with this hand.
Well, but you can use this
Right.
hand and drag them all. Use it as a tool to drag them into the bag off the edge of the table. Even doing that will help.
Maybe so.
Or a bag or something.
Still, I would hold it with my
I know,
left
but
hand
it's
and
practice.
use.
Even if this isn't the
well,
exact scenario.
No, but we should train the way we're going to fight.
Sometimes
because-
there's something in your right hand that you can't drop.
So here I can do that. So the funny thing is that Hope's not remembering that every time I drop stuff on the floor, she has to go pick it up.
I know,
So
I am remembering.
I am being very nice to her by not putting any of these on the floor. There we go. So that is a useful use for the hand. So we got some new people in here looking. So this is the Touch Bionics hand that I just got today from Össur at the Össur Academy in Dublin, Ohio. It is run by my muscles are firing in my fingers here. I'm able to close and open them. What do we have?
So
So-
just try using it. See if you can figure it out.
Like with this?
Yeah. You still sometimes have to put on washers and pick things up. So if you can get it next to this, then close. See?
Yeah, that's not a.
But it's still fine motor. It's
Yeah.
practice. Come on, you got two more. Did you want to try some of the games out there?
Maybe.
Not necessarily.
Now, if we 3D printed a thumb loop,
Loop.
yeah, like a thumb loop
I don't understand.
to put on here, that I could put my thumb through it.
Oh, you mean like the surgical scissors? How they have that little loop that you can
Yeah.
stick your finger in?
They just don't want to.
That's tough, man. Picking that up from tabletop. Don't feel like you have to be able to do that. That's real tricky to do.
Okay, release a little bit and see if you can get this.
Oh, trying to use those two. I mean,
Mhm.
man, if you're able to do that, I will be extremely impressed.
He did it once. He just needs to do it twice more.
Man, that's tricky. Because your thumb, man, trying to control your thumb
Yeah.
to open when it might be sending a close signal just due to its position.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
that's next level. That might work a little better where it's bracketed against the outside of your middle
Yeah.
digit.
Throw some more on the.
Yeah.
Now you go.
Wow, man, that's. Yeah. He only did 3. Let's put another 15.
It's more than that.
guess. More than 15.
Very
You
nice
asked
job.
for it.
Yeah.
Don't ask unless you either know the answer or want to know the answer.
I want to know if I can do it.
Exactly. Don't complain.
So now I've held that,
Nice work, man.
Oh, you
Really.
held it too long?
I guess. Something, it's a complex motion that I'm trying to do, so I'm firing a bunch of muscles at the same time. I guess from muscle memory, from how I would do it.
Well, the other thing too is even if you're firing them exactly as you want, trying to get the leverage on that tool and maintain a hold while opening and closing it, it's just so much added complexity. So very nice work. The way I would think people would attempt to use that is like stabilize one arm of the pliers between like maybe your index and middle digit, and then you're just focusing on closing the thumb onto its arm, if you will, of the pliers and kind of working it that way, where you're not actively closing both against each other.
So,
Does that make sense? Same principle as like when you had the wire maybe between the middle and
Yeah.
index digits, except obviously the wire is so much thinner. That still might be the way to secure, one arm of pliers, if that's the term. Yeah, possibly that way too. The way that another thing would be how do you get your thumb to push on its side, and maybe you could get that leverage, in that orientation.
nope. It wants to bend.
Oh.
Honestly, the other way sounds maybe a bit strange, but like almost like securing it under like almost down in there, and
A
then
bit further? Yeah.
yeah,
Not between the tips of the
Okay.
fingers.
yeah.
Okay.
That could work.
You
I mean,
might not
because that's
get a
kind
lot
of how you
span
hold it
over.
anyway. You don't
Yeah,
hold it
yeah.
like this. You hold it.
And so we might have been overcomplicating it.
Mhm.
I always assume if the handle isn't really thick, it's hard to hold it through the palm like that. But since, obviously he's got his thumb and he's very coordinated with it, he might find a way to do it that way.
Mhm. This is good practice for him.
Yeah.
He's got to pick up all the
Oh, this is
washers
great, man.
that are still on the floor.
Yeah.
Nice work. Yeah, I'm never assuming people can use pliers. So you did real well with that.
Is it hurting?
No, my brain is just like
Well,
getting fried.
you've been at it for, even though Jeremy did some maintenance for a little while, you've probably had that on for another hour 20 since then.
I don't want to quit. I'm just.
No, I understand. What I will tell you to maximize your wear time, especially early days of the process, is to take breaks every hour plus.
Okay.
Can do magical things for muscle power, endurance, and then
Yeah,
brain drain, I guess.
that ain't happening.
Also, we want to make sure that palm
Is it?
palm modification where you loosened it is bearing fruit. So,
All right.
we don't want to
Turn your
essentially
chair off.
make you real sore in the palm from that too. So
Turn the chair up.
Up?
Off.
Off white.
I don't want to have to get one of these. You run
Oh.
over my hand. They're under you.
So anyway, I think we're going to take a break, guys. Thanks for watching. We've been going for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes or so, or longer. I don't know how long this is. Appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video and share it and all of that. We will be driving home tomorrow and then going to work with it on Monday morning.
Well, there's a question. Are you allowed to drive using this?
we were saying the other day, you want to check with your state for liability
Okay,
reasons,
okay.
because a lot of times insurance,
Mhm.
like if your
Yeah.
state requires you to test with it, and God forbid you're in some sort of an incident,
Mhm.
insurance will just not pay for anything if they
That
find
makes
out
sense.
that your state requires separate testing.
That makes
I had to
sense.
be tested for the hand controls.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
And I think this would get in the way of the hand controls
Yeah, honestly,
because
safety
they're-
wise, you wanna make sure you're not,
I use this part of my hand right here to pull back and then to push.
So you like the system you have? Okay.
yeah, and so, I'm guessing too, you're feeling with great sensation through your hand, and now we're blocking a lot of that by
Yeah.
covering up your palm.
True.
So for folks that don't have those controls, they just have a regular steering wheel,
Mhm.
we still tell them, hey, just check with your state.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They would manipulate a regular steering wheel by probably closing halfway and turning off. Then they don't accidentally close on a steering wheel, but they still
Yeah.
get a grip on it, and they can quick release off of it
Mhm.
if they have to.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's
But
a
not
very,
for this trip because we're going through many states.
right, you guys you're not messing around, that's a lot of driving. For sure.
Yeah, it does slip around in there.
Okay, I'll go get
Yesterday
this
it
up.
wasn't slipping.
This is, I brought this in for you guys, like 2-inch Coban.
Yeah, that might help.
Which should last you a fair bit of time. And then I'm gonna go get the sill epoxy while I'm thinking of it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Go ahead, if you don't mind, Jim, taking that off, taking that
Yeah.
20+ minute break.
Okay.
on
You
it,
heard
and I'll-
my OT said I have to take it off. I take it off by closing it up like that.
No, wait, goodbye first.
All right. Bye.
Oh, did you do the fist pump yet? Oh, did you give him a fist pump?
Well, I did a fist
that's
bump.
gonna
I did a
hurt.
fist bump with
Nice.
with her over
Oh,
there
good,
with her.
Good. All right, sweet.
Okay. So you have to close it. You push the off button or the on-off button. That makes it off. I'm trying to open and close. Doesn't open or close. Unzip it. And then pull it off. And I'll show you guys. It's humid inside that. And you can't really see where it's actually touching my skin, but
Yeah, you can. So,
over here.
so over here you can see these are the
That's,
open.
that's where the
electrodes.
open electrodes are.
Yeah, you
And
really
then the
can see.
closed electrodes are here.
Yes, and then ground.
Yeah,
So
the
there's
ground is
there's
here.
red spots on him where the electrodes press on him, and that's because if it lips off, you can accidentally open or accidentally close. You can get false signals. So they want it to be tight on you.
Yep.
And that's why they went through 3 iterations of the socket.
Yeah, a lot of iterations.
Mhm.
And I will fall asleep probably about 4 o'clock this afternoon because it is a hard learning curve to learn this stuff. So anyway, we will see you guys next time. Please like this video and share it and spam your friends with it. And we'll see you next time. I guess we have to go stop it up here. Bye.